Hi Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler and this is your Air Sign Monday Intuitive Energy Reading. As you guys know, I post readings weekly for you, so make sure you like and subscribe. I would love to see you back next week for even more insights. Here we discuss a lot of the astrology, we can go into the energy, we can go deep into the clarity, and I've announced on my community page that I've actually started to do extended. So lucky you guys, if you want even more clarity, you can follow me over to Vimeo after the end of this video. And we'll see where these energies really go this week for you, okay? I just want to thank you guys so much for your comments, your likes, your shares, your support, your donations, your lovely and kind words. Thank you for following me on Instagram and for being a part of my tarot journey. I share everything with you guys, you know. I'm an open book, and I myself am a Libra, and so I really feel strongly for my Libra family, and I just want to say I appreciate you guys so much, okay? You guys know that. I love you guys. Love you guys. This will work for you if you have a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in the sign of Libra, or if you have a Libra counterpart, maybe you're a cross-watcher, trying to see how your Libra is feeling this week. You know, I give the deets on that information. We're getting down to business here for you guys cross-watching. Last week for Libra, it was definitely not a pretty sight. You know, Libra was going through a bit of a purge. Not so talkative type of Libra last week. Though I do feel a different energy surrounding you this week, Libra, and maybe it has an emphasis over us moving into Cancer season and having all the astrology to really support our progress here. There's just a release. It's almost like last week you had to vomit, and this week you just feel so much better. Okay, so let's see what comes up. Realization, beautiful, okay? Number 37 equaling a 10. Beautiful, beautiful. So realization is definitely a culmination point. It's a culmination of your efforts, baby. You are feeling like there's a lot of change in the air. You're getting a lot of change. You're getting a lot of the information that you've been waiting for, okay? Realization has a lot to do, I think, with the solar eclipse this week, as it is tomorrow. This is a new moon in Cancer, and the first eclipse of the eclipse season in Cancer. Okay, so what this is going to be giving us is quite literally a much broader, bigger picture. When we're talking about realization, this is kind of like judgment. It's kind of like judgment. It's the end of the road. It's definitely heavenly governed information coming to you. Bigger, broader picture. More spiritual context as well when we have realization. So this is a frequency of change, but in means of a ending before there is a new beginning, okay? The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart's centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. Really, really beautiful, Libra. Realization, huh? So, you know, last month was an air sign month, Gemini season. It was all about talking and expressing and communicating. And this month, it's definitely not that. I'll tell you that. It's definitely not that. It is much more emotional. It's much more internal, maybe even a slight amount of solitude, okay, to help us heal, to help us seek, to feel, to grow, to go deep. This is empowerment, okay? It's a number 8. When we have a number 8, we have to look at the infinite cycle of things, okay? And it has a lot to do with karma as well. And as we're looking at empowerment, maybe this empowerment is the direct result of this realization. Okay. Whether you identify with a divine masculine or divine feminine, this is a very powerful context to a relationship, as I think a lot of the unions have been coming up very recently to heal and make progress within where maybe it has been a period of stagnation previously. Okay. So empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in a deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. That is beautiful. Okay. let's go with my Textured Tarot today. Textured Tarot is a deck I'm not sure if I've used for Libra quite yet, but it does have a very creative, optimistic, colorful feel, and I think it's vibing with your energy a little bit more this week, okay? Because you are in creation, Empress, of something beautiful in your life, something new. All right, it also is a fairly abstract and artsy deck. So, let's see what we can get from this deck here. I'll link this deck down in the description box below as well. I always link my decks. So, Three of Wands coming up, and it wasn't in reverse, but the way I pulled it up was in a reversal. Okay, so just so you guys know, it is upright. This is a combination of efforts. All right, whenever we see a three, we have to think of either three people, three parts, moving parts. This could be you, your divine, and your divine counterpart, and the divine, mind, body, spirit. When we're looking at Three of Wands, this is definitely aspirations for the future, a focus on your goals this week. Eight of Wands. As I feel that Mars moving into Leo is helping sort of bring your passions back to life. It enlivens you. It gives you an extra energy to work off of. And especially in your relationships, it just feels as though there's a bigger picture to be considered, a larger, more profound or juicy outcome that is much less about the logistics, right? As much as it is about intentions moving forward. So Mars and Leo, you want to improve your physicality, your physical attractiveness could be on the up. You could be, in front of people this week. You could be, making new friends this week, putting your best self forward. And you do have a sort of light about you because of this. You're equipped with more energy, and therefore you're simply attracting higher energy, more lively people as it stands, especially in relationships. Don't cut yourself short this week, because there could be some new relationships coming into the picture that change the goals, that change the broader outcome. And you also, with the Three of Wands, we're looking at maybe taking some financial risks toward the future, taking some leaps of faith in an entrepreneurial sort of way, more creative way, less stable way, but potentially more promising way. Okay, let's see what else Libra is working with. The Hanged Man. Things are just coming together so beautifully for you, Libra. You don't have to wonder or think about it or stew about it. You're just getting your answers, and it's beautiful. So with the Hanged Man in reverse, something quite profound. Something comes to you in a very profound way that takes you out of waiting, but it may not be time to move forward as of yet. Because although you realize something very substantial, there is still a moment-to-moment basis that you have to pay special attention to, as to not move too quickly, right? And to not stay where you are indefinitely. There's a balance to this, which I think makes you the perfect person to handle it. So the Hanged Man and the King of Cups. King of Cups and Death. So maybe this is a long-standing relationship. Maybe this is a cooperation. Maybe this is a partnership of sorts. With the King of Cups in reverse, it does kind of make me a little nervous, because very emotionally imbalanced, unstable, unsupportive, and even manipulative, okay? With Death on the bottom of the deck, it does seem as though these are maybe some habits that are coming up to the forefront of your mind to say, we need to weed through these things if they don't support your future, if they don't support who you're becoming. There's essence to this that is not stable, not grounded, not sturdy, and I just feel like you're able to sniff that out this week. You're really able to see those things that haven't been working for you. And this is not Libra's energy. You know, Libra's energy is very much the Hanged Man, which is still sort of a, you know, ethereal energy. We have so many retrogrades going on that a lot of the realizations that you have could be bittersweet in nature, you know, emotional in context. We are in Cancer season, and so this could, you know, be an effort for you to realize you want the Nine of Cups. You want that emotional stability. There are people who have been there for you through and through, time and time again, through the thick and thin, through the hard and the heavy. Okay, and I think that this is maybe coming directly from the energy we're receiving astrologically with Venus being in Cancer, which is your preference of staying home and really nurturing those people who are already around you. You know, the deeper or long-term relationships that have been unwavering. You know, this is sort of a reestablishment of their value in your life. Establishing healthy relationships. Not giving in to the simple guessing game of previous relationships, you know. The Magician and the Emperor come up to clarify. So regardless of whether you're a divine feminine or divine masculine, this is a sense of authority over your life, over the new beginning that you deserve and the new beginning that you want. Not settling, not simply waiting either. You're not waiting for anyone, that's for sure. So with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, you could be considering taking the new level of business or taking a new step in the right direction as far as your finances are concerned. Mercury is going retrograde, though, I believe on the 9th. And so that is going to stifle your words. And I've seen a bunch of tarot readers already sort of be affected by this, as well as I am. You know, the things you say have to go through 3 thresholds. Is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Okay? And this is the real power of the Emperor when he's in control of his authority over his dominion or his land or his people. You know, he does have the capacity to be really respected and really admired, you know, when he's in the light of himself and the light of his authority. And so what I think is coming through is that you're not doing this in an authoritative way as to get back at anyone or to rehash the past. Again, this is empowerment. This is empowerment, okay? So you're feeling emotionally empowered, feeling emotionally grounded within yourself to make the movement forward that you need. Not in consideration of where other people are, what they think of you even. You know, there's no context there. You are the Emperor this week of your own life. And whether or not you're a female or a male, this is a very assertive, strong, respectable energy. Either way you put it. So I like this, and I think within the clarity on Vimeo, we'll go into maybe how the counterpart is feeling of this. If this is you in a union, or if this is you having to let someone go, you know, we'll go into it a little bit. Okay, but I like what I see so far. It's really an honest approach to the week. There's no more like superficial. I'm hearing superfluous. You know, energies or contrasting or you know, resisting energies. It just feels like you're an open book this week. It just feels kind of like, what's there to hide? What's there to talk about? What's there to rehash or decide upon? You know, you've already made this decision, or we've already made this decision. 9 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. This is like the most amazing combination I have ever seen, I think. So when we're looking at the 9 and the 10, this is obviously steps along your wealthy journey. Prosperity begins here, Libra. Prosperity really begins here, and it's because you've given yourself a second chance. It's because you've initiated your real start as opposed to a false start from the past. I'm hearing conglomerate, okay? But you've accumulated or culminated a certain effort here, a partnership or a collaboration in your life that is working really sweetly for you. It's working out really sweetly for you. Okay, so within the 9 and 10, it's definitely this longer term projection that you are seeing come to manifest potentially this week due to what you're realizing, what you're leaving behind, and how it's empowering you for the future. Really, really profound energy for you. So the Nine of Cups is definitely the happy wife, happy life card. It's like, you just got to move forward, baby. You just got to move forward. You already have something beneath your belt that's working for you. Let's focus more on that. Regardless of whether, this is with the King of Cups, it just looks like they're not in a place to really like assist you in a positive way. So you've got to maybe take it in your own hands. And that's what I think is even more coming through, is this authoritative energy through Libra. Like, regardless of whether you love someone, you have someone in the picture who's maybe not doing so well, maybe they need a little bit of your energy at this time, maybe there's a few realizations that aren't so comforting, that aren't so fun, but you got to be really honest about them regardless. This is going to be for your highest outcome. This is going to be for your highest benefit, and you just have to see where things go. Things can always change, as you know. There's really never consistency in Libra's life. Things are always changing, but the Nine of Cups does say that there's something here that you can build off of. Put in a little more effort, or a little bit of the right effort, can build something really substantial, exactly what you want, and maybe even not knowing what that looks like is even the bigger picture here. Libra, you may think you know what you want, but I think that there's something else coming to you that gives you a bigger, broader picture of what that may look like, even still. You may surprise yourself this week by the things that you realize, because you may decide you don't want this, or you may decide that this is everything you've ever wanted. But I think either way, you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised. So keep an open mind. The Hangman in reverse definitely means keep an open mind, because the universe is bringing you something that you may not have been able to expect. Okay? So, outside the lines of time and space, we're looking at a potential of something to be manifested in your far future, as the Ten of Pentacles requires a little bit of groundwork, a little bit of sacrifice potentially. The hard work that will eventually be earned and deserved by you. So the Ten of Pentacles is the everything card. This is the independence financially. This is the growth internally. This is the sturdiness emotionally. And building a happy wife, happy life includes all of the material possessions as well. So we're talking about financial security, institutionalized learning, gifts of capabilities that you will never not know again. After learning them, they're always going to be with you. So this is a sort of savviness in life, a business acumen, a knowingness of your capabilities that really does make you super strong. And it really does paint a bigger picture of what you want and what it looks like. As opposed to maybe some of the passionate energies surrounding you, as in consideration to going back to someone, or letting them back in your life, or having things stay where they are. Those don't have to be your only options. So really, Libra, keep an open mind here. Really keep an open mind here. I'm going to pull some psychic tarot for us to see if we can't get a deeper understanding over some of these people involved, because I do see 3 men. Actually, it's so funny because I've never seen this card this way, but it kind of looks like a woman in a wig who's just appearing to be a man. You know what I mean? She looks like she's just cloaked in all of these men's clothes, but she's got rouge on her cheeks. It's almost like, is that you, Libra? Are you the magician? Are you the one? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see about these people, though. Okay, because both are pretty unstable, right? Both are not fixed energies as to some some energy you can rely on. It definitely is changing in both ways. So you could find that your current relationships are changing and your past relationships are changing. When we have realization, there's so many things you can realize from the past, about the future, about the moment, things people say, things people have said, the dreams you're having, the dreams you've had, you know? All across the board is realization. So it could be that lots of things are coming up right now to change your mind. Okay, these two really, 4, all right, okay. We have spiritual union on the bottom of the deck, which is a number 2. So I do kind of feel that. I do feel like some of you have options here. Okay, material and spiritual prosperity, number 6. Beautiful energy. Look at him. He's looking over all of the potential of this land, of his creations. Very stable energy, okay? And with this, I think you kind of have a renewed perspective over your own potential. Realization that there's lots of room to grow and that the universe kind of has your back at this time is a really empowering notion. We have your energy, number 11, coming through as balance. Look at that. Oh my gosh, we have our answer. Who's the magician here, Libra? Who has all the resources, Libra? They're not even the same number. They're number 1s, but 1 is 1 and 1 is 11. Is this the culmination that you're coming to? Is this the realization that you're having? That you've always been the one? Is this it? That you've always been the one, or that you've always had what it takes? That every single move potentially, though it may have been difficult or really a tumultuous journey for you, has been necessary for you to get here in this realization, in this energy? I think so. Then we have transformation, which is, I believe, the King of Cups in reverse. So we also have a number 4, and I believe that this is along the same lines of the death energy. You know, as the King of Cups was coupled with the death card on the bottom of the deck, this would explain why, because there's something being transformed here emotionally, you know, an emotional context that is potentially revolving around the past or deep hurts, wounds, trauma. And the transformation taking place is empowerment. You know? She's not really looking at anything substantial. She's just kind of looking off into the distance or up toward the heavens. There may not be a firm direction yet, but the things that you realize are empowering for at least the moment. They are showing you it's okay to move forward, it's okay to take this leap, or it's okay to follow the guidance you're receiving, because there's more for you to do, but it may not involve this person. There's more for you to do, but it may require you taking a step back, letting these things transform on their own without your intervention or without your energy, okay? Because your energy is clearly going to a new beginning. You're clearly manifesting something for yourself, and much less for yourself and another. Okay, and this is a part of your destiny, Libra. This is a part of your destiny. This is yet another 10 of Pentacles. What? Your destiny is to have the things you want. Your destiny is to have exactly what you envision for yourself and more. So be a little loose-minded. Be a little nonchalant about your manifestations. Allow the universe, just as you have power, the universe has power over this as well. Okay? So we have a 10 and an 11, but you can only get there through this energy. You can only get there through this trust of whatever may unfold, you're going to be okay with. And that's, I think, with the surrender that I felt initially. Like after last week of you just vomiting and purging and healing and crying and giving in to the harder resistant energies of these things that you've experienced, comes this point where you're just an open vessel. You're just open. You're just following the signs, following the universe's lead. So Libra, I really, really, really like this energy. I hope you resonated with this reading. Of course, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Vimeo and see where this goes in the clarity. But if this is where we part, then I wish you luck this week. I think it's going to be a really healing, empowering week for you. Lots of profound realizations for you, Libra, and I wish you luck. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.